Namo Buddhaya. Brothers and sisters in the Dharma, you have just logged in to Subang Jaya Buddhist Association Facebook Live. Make sure you have already shared the link with your friends. You have not, do it now. Share a great talk tonight. Or copy the link and share with your WhatsApp group. To those who have just joined us, Namo Buddhaya and welcome to this evening, the 8th Friday online Dharma sharing. Good evening. You may now wish each other in the comment box, say sadhu to each other. And give us a like and a thumbs up. Allow me to highlight tonight's Dharma sharing. Again, it is happiness is a choice. Part 2. Sustaining with right livelihood and beautiful friendships. Our speaker is Sister Mian. And later, if you have questions regarding the talk, you may type your questions in the comment box. Brothers and sisters, before we proceed, let us pay homage to the Triple Gem. Buddhang Pujevi, Dhammang Pujevi, Sanghang Pujevi. We shall now proceed to our 3 refuges and the 5 precepts. So before that, we do the salutation to the Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhang saranang gacchami, Dhammang saranang gacchami, Sanghang saranang gacchami. Tutiyampi Buddhang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi Dhammang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi Sanghang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi Buddhang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi Dhammang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi Sanghang saranang gacchami. 5 precepts. Anatipata veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Adinadana veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Kamesu miccachara veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Musavada veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Surameraya majapamadatthana veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Imani panca sikkhapadani samadhiyami. Imani pancha sikkhapadani samadhiyami. Imani pancha sikkhapadani samadhiyami. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Brothers and sisters, we shall now proceed with the Dharma sharing by Sister Mian. I shall hand over to Sister Oying, who will tell you more of the speaker. Over to you, Sister Oying.
Sukihotu, brothers and sisters in Dharma, welcome again to the online Friday evening Dharma sharing session over the Swanjaya Buddhist Association's Facebook Live. Tonight we are continuing the topic of happiness. Is happiness a choice, or rather, happiness is a choice? Sustaining with right livelihood and beautiful friends. Tonight we'll be guided by Sister Mian, who is no stranger to many of us here. Professionally, Sister Mian is a clinical psychologist working with individuals, families, workplace, and communities for more than 25 years. A trained teacher of mindful self-compassion with Center for Mindful Self-Compassion. A frequent speaker at SJBA, KMBS, AV, and BGF, and many other Buddhist societies. And we also see her on TV, a regular speaker in NTV7 Bella. Without further ado, let me pass the session to Sister Mian.
Thank you, Oying, for your introduction, and thank you to all the audience that have joined us again. So we may have the same audience from last week, or we could have new audience this week, but nevertheless, it's all right. Yeah. So what I would like to share this evening can also be standalone, and of course, I would like to invite you to go back and watch the replay for last week if you would like to after tonight's session. So, but for tonight, I feel that this has been a tough week for a lot of us in Malaysia, especially in KL, Selangor, Putrajaya, and Sabah. Yeah. And in fact, it's very related to what I'm going to share with all of you today, this topic. But before that, I do not know. I need it myself. Yeah. So therefore, I would like to invite all of you to do a short meditative practice together with me. Perhaps 5 minutes, 7 minutes, or 10 minutes. Yeah. We will do a very light meditative practice and flow over to metta meditation. We definitely need a lot of love and compassion, loving kindness and compassion. Yeah. So don't worry if you're not familiar with meditation. Don't worry at all. Just relax, and I'll guide you through. So I'll invite all the audience now. Yeah. You have a choice to still maintain your eyes open, or you can close your eyes fully. I'm going to close my eyes fully. And I just like you to just sit back and relax. Yeah. And just be aware and acknowledge whatever that is being experienced right now by you, especially your inner experience. What do I mean by that? It is our thoughts, feeling, or body sensation, whatever that arises right now. I invite you to just be aware of it, acknowledge, and don't have to change anything. Sometimes when we try to change things, we get into this struggling, resistant mode. But what I would like you to do is just be with it or let it go naturally. What thoughts that run through your mind right now? What feeling that arises in your heart? Or what body sensation is being felt right now sitting here? Just be aware and acknowledge all this experience. Just do that quietly to ourselves. Meanwhile, I'm sure you know that you're breathing in and out. Just allow your breath to continue its natural flow of breathing in and out. And if you would like to, now you can shift your attention or awareness to your breath. That means drop the awareness on your thought, feeling, or body sensation. Now just follow the whole flow of your breath, just breathing in and out, right here, right now. Gentle breath in and out. Can be light breath, deep breath, however you need the breath is for yourself. If you're very tired, so you need a few deep breaths. Taking a few deep breaths. As you continue to breathe in and out, I would like you now to shift your awareness or attention now to your whole body sitting here. The breath is still flowing, yeah? The breath is still flowing in and out, nourishing your body in and out. But as you sit here now, yeah, hopefully feeling more calm and grounded, yeah, after letting go of your thoughts, feelings, or body sensation, letting the breath just nourish your body. You're sitting here feeling much more calm and grounded. At this point, with this calmness and groundedness, let us together send loving and kind wishes, firstly to ourselves. In the midst of a stressful, hectic, or confusing week, may I get some rest and feel at ease. May my body, mind, and heart feel at ease and restful and relaxed. May I send myself kindness and compassion if I have been struggling with whatever stress at work or at home or in any circumstances. May I be able now to just rest and let go of it. May I be safe. May I be healthy. May I be rested in my current situation. With this lovingness and kindness towards myself, may I now also share this lovingness and this kindness and compassion too with all the people that I love, my loved ones, my spouse, partner, children, parents, immediate family, extended family, close friend, general friends, colleagues, acquaintance, business associate, neighbors, community. Yeah, the circle get bigger and bigger. That's what we want to do. We want to extend our lovingness, kindness, and compassion. Yeah, extending it from our heart, the small circle, to our inner circle, our loved ones, and then to this big circle. And big circle also involve everyone in Malaysia. Wherever we are, may we be safe to those infected or impacted by COVID-19. Much more lovingness, kindness, and compassion to all of them. May they recover speedily. May this lovingness, kindness, and compassion in our heart be further extended beyond Malaysia. Yeah, because we know the current pandemic is affecting almost all over the world. So may all of us here tonight, this little that we can do, we come together, yeah, with our right intention, right effort, right thoughts, yeah, right mindfulness, right concentration, yeah, we share, yeah, we share and send lovingness, kindness, and compassion to all living beings all over the globe, all over the world, either impacted or not by the pandemic, it doesn't matter. All of us are affected one way or another. May all of us always receive supportive condition, resources to help us when we need it. Lovingness and kindness and compassion, shower it to ourselves and to anybody that we could. May this power of love and compassion always be with all of us in whatever we do. This is the loving kindness session that I would like to guide all of us to do it together. And naturally, this is something that we can do at any time and much more urgently during this period of time that we are going through right here, right now, in the midst of COVID-19 pandemic. So I invite you beyond tonight, yeah, although tonight we do it together, let us all also do it, perhaps every day, yeah, if we could, and may this collective effort be joined together. So let us, in whatever way, be safe, keep safe, yeah, ourselves, loved ones, and everybody else. So gently, yeah, give yourself a light transition period of time to just slowly, yeah, come back to the class. Yeah, like myself, my eyes was closed. So I'm now going to gently open my eyes too as I transition back to the class. So all of you too, do it slowly and gently. Welcome back to the class. Yeah. And I hope this brief meditative session, yeah, is helpful. It's definitely helpful for me. Like I say, I do it for myself. Yeah, but I'm getting all of you to join me. And just to let you all know, a group of us Dharma friends, we have started on this Monday, and all of us collectively every night from 8:30 to 8:40, 8:45 or 9 o'clock. Yeah, we will do metta meditation from our own home, yeah, individually or as a family. But we would like this collective effort, yeah, to have its effect, hopefully, yeah, so that it can be sent to all of us here in Malaysia impacted, and of course to all beings impacted. So please, yeah, any one of you that you would like to join, yeah, every night we're going to do it from 8:30 onwards, yeah, to 8:45, 9 as you wish. Yeah, and we wanted to do it for 2 weeks till November 1st. I suspect a lot of us will continue, carry on with this good practice. Please join us. Yeah. So you may be thinking, yeah, why Sister Mian guided this exercise tonight? I felt that, of course, it's my own joining this group of Dharma friends practicing, so I'm practicing tonight. But at the same time, I feel that this practice, it is naturally an application practice to what we are going to talk about tonight. Yeah. So tonight we're going to continue part two of this topic that we have picked, happiness is a choice. And the word this happiness, of course, is beyond happiness. Yeah, it's also referring to peace, joy, love. Yeah. So all this, yeah, it is a choice, It's not a question mark. It is a statement. It is a choice. It is a choice that all of us can actually make. And we can actually do it because Buddha, our teacher, have actually shown the way. And that's where last week I started by sharing, one of the most fundamental Buddha's teaching, which is the Noble Eightfold Path. Yeah. To me, the Noble Eightfold Path is the recipe or is the ingredient for us to cultivate wholesomeness in our life, daily life, yeah, every moment in our life, yeah. So may this Noble Eightfold Path be a recipe, be an ingredient that we will use, yeah, and not only for ourselves, but also for our family, friends, and community. Yeah. So therefore, this is today's part two topic. Yeah, I put it in a way that I'm now going to extend or continue speaking the rest of the Noble Eightfold Path that I didn't cover last week. And especially today's area that I'm going to cover is on ethical conduct. So that part is really referring to how are we going to live with each other? Yeah, the joyful living. Yeah, this beautiful friendship or the right livelihood that we're going to observe in our this very life. Okay, so this is where we're going to talk about tonight. So, Brother Waihong, let me have my second slide, please. Yes. So second slide is of course from last week too, yeah, because I picked these two twin verses from the Dhammapada, verse 1 and verse 2, yeah. It's the verse 1 and verse 2 itself. Of course, verse 1 talk about suffering is the mind made. Verse 2 talk about happiness is mind made. And naturally, yeah, this is the core of what we're going to talk about, yeah. So I'm looking at the time. Last week I didn't get to tell the story, yeah, the related story about Dhammapada verse 1 and Dhammapada verse 2. But I think today, let me just quickly, I just pick one of it. I think I'll pick verse 1. Suffering is the mind made. Yeah, because it's always very nice for us to go back to our ancient Buddhist story to learn the lesson, yeah, as what Buddha has taught us. So referring to verse 1, suffering is mind made. Yeah, this related story, the story of the elder called Chakupala. So Chakupala is a very senior monk, and during one of the rain retreat of Vasa, and we have just completed, our venerable monks and nuns have just completed the Vasa, right? So venerable, Chakupala, during one of the rain retreat, yeah, he was very determined as part of his practice that he will not lie down at all to sleep or to rest during the rain retreat. And rain retreat is 3 months. But during this time, yeah, unfortunately, his eyes got infected and he needs to lie down to put the medication and to rest. But he just refused to lie down at all. Unfortunately, as the consequences of his determination, yeah, he got blind actually, yeah, in this process. But due to his training, he also attained arahanthood, yeah. So, and then this is where a lot of the other monks were puzzled, yeah. Why is it, Chakupala, suffer, with this blindness, but yet he attained arahantship. And then they approached the Buddha and asked the Buddha, why is this so puzzling? Anyway, I'm just going to cut short the story. But anyway, Buddha said to all the monks, well, actually, what has happened is in one of the past life of Chakupala, when he was a doctor, what happened was there was a poor woman who came to seek for treatment from Chakupala, the doctor, in the previous life. So as a promise to Chakupala, the doctor, the lady said, when she recover, she will be a servant to serve this doctor. That was her promise. And this doctor, of course, healed her of her eye problem. But the lady broke her promise. Yeah. And she refused to be a servant to serve Chakupala. But Chakupala got so angry with this lady breaking the promise. And Chakupala actually, in this anger, yeah, evilness in the mind arises. You know what he did? He actually, changed one of the medication that the woman is taking. And as a result, the woman got blind again. So this is where, of course, I'm compacting the story, guys. Yeah. So the lesson, of course, what Buddha was trying to, teach the rest of the monk is be very careful of this mind of ours. Yeah. The mind is the chief forerunner, right, of evil state and of good state. If it's of this evil state, like this story of Chakupala, you can imagine what kind of harm that was committed, that ill intention to purposely harm the woman, yeah, that he has actually treated and recovered, right? And as a consequences, yeah, as a karmic consequences, yeah, in his current life now, as this venerable Chakupala, he actually got blind, yeah. So this karmic connection, of course, is very, very strong. And of course, karma is another huge topic, yeah. And of course, it can actually take fruition. The bad karma can take fruition at a different time, yeah. Even though maybe at that life, that doctor was fine, even though after his evil deed, he's fine, yeah. But in this current life, when he's a good person now, as a cultivating monk, but he still have to suffer these consequences of his evil deed. So therefore, of course, the reminder is, this important of the cultivation of the mind, yeah, because the mind is the chief forerunner. Please, all of us have to be careful not for the mind to fall into the evil state, because if bad karma is accumulated, it will come back, and naturally, this we or the person will actually have to suffer through this karmic fruition. Yeah. So anyway, I felt that, I wanted to tell this story of Chakupala because even, in that previous life as a doctor, yeah, in terms of right livelihood, he was in a right livelihood. Yeah, my topic for today, right? Yeah, right livelihood and beautiful friendship. But even though he was already in right livelihood, but yet due to the evil state of mind, yeah, such a horrible condition, horrible deed or act has happened. Yeah. So therefore, of course, the basis of, I think Buddha's teaching to all of us really, really, that cultivation of the mind and heart is so crucial. Yeah. But anyway, I wanted to kick off this Chakupala story because I want to highlight what we're going to talk about today, which is under the ethical conduct or the Sila group of the Noble Eightfold Path. So, Brother Wai Hong, can I have my next slide to show the Noble Eightfold Path? Yes. So, of course, our this topic last week and this week, how to make a choice to be happy, joyful, peaceful. Yeah. So, my sharing or my takeaway myself, yeah, is for us to practice Noble Eightfold Path. Yeah. I think I mentioned last week that Noble Eightfold Path is to be practiced all 8 of this path, yeah, hopefully together or in conjunction. Not that we're going to do it, just do one first, I finish doing one, then do the next. It doesn't work that way, yeah. But of course, yeah, a lot of times we are already practicing it. But a lot of people who are so new to understand Noble Eightfold Path, a natural question will be asking, so where do we start? And in fact, I think I will actually suggest that we start with this group, which is the ethical conduct group, or the Pali word is the Sila, yeah, morality group, yeah. So this is what we would like to talk about today, Yeah, some of you may feel that, how come Sister Mian is doing reverse? She started, in her previous talk talking about right mindfulness, and then last week she talks about right effort, right view, and right intention. Yeah, it's sort of like reverse, but now she's telling us to start practicing with this ethical conduct. Again, don't worry about starting where. For me, is that we actually combine all. But if you really need to start off, perhaps this ethical conduct will be the one. Yeah, I would recommend that we can start off first because it's more action orientated. Yeah, this group is actually more action orientated compared to the wisdom group, compared to the mental development group. Yeah, the other two groups. Yeah, this one is more, I would say, uh, what is the word? Yeah, I would say it's more action orientated. Yeah, so therefore, and in fact, this part is so visible in our daily life. Yeah, because it's the word I was searching is explicit. Yeah, whereas mental development group is more intrinsic. Yeah, so this group is actually more explicit. Let me go into it. Yeah, so but today what we're going to look at is the ethical conduct. Yeah, and that's where let's cover one by one. Yeah, I will start with right speech. Yeah, so Brother Wai Hong, next slide on right speech first. Yeah, right speech. Yeah, in fact, right speech, it is connected with the Panchasila, or the five precept that we chanted just now, right? It is actually the fourth one. Sorry, it's just when I prepared a slide, I put 1/5. It's not that it's the first precept. Please don't get me wrong. I'm actually referring to, this is one of the five precept. Yeah, but this is actually the number 4 precept, Musavada. Yeah, so right speech. Yeah, let's look at it together. It's referring to abstain from telling lies, abstain from backbiting, slander, talk that may bring about hatred, enmity, disunity, and disharmony among any individual or groups. Abstain from harsh, rude, impolite, malicious, or abusive language. Abstain from idle, useless, foolish, or babble and gossips. Yeah. So right speech refer to abstaining from all that. Yeah. And this one I find that is so challenging for a lot of us. Because if you just observe this week, if you were to go through your Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, I think this week the big topic for our Malaysian is the confusion of working from home during CMCO. Yeah, the government announcement on Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, there was a lot of confusion. But you know what? Due to our own confusion or our stress, if we are not careful, we are already not practicing right speech. Yeah, because we will be like spending time, criticizing, talking about, the confusing announcement, or we could be like, talking bad things, about who and who, so on and so forth. Yeah. So if you look at it, it's actually right here in one of these four. Yeah. So the first one is easy. I think a lot of us are good practitioner, telling lies will be one of the one that we can abstain from because it's so obvious. The one I find that's harder to practice is number 4. The idle, useless, foolish babble and gossip. If we are not careful, this involvement of us, in the criticism or even the cynicism, about whatever bad has happened, it is part and parcel of the unfortunate falling into not practicing right speech, and of course, I have two or three webinars this week. I'm very busy this week. In one of the webinar, they were talking about, can we teach the politician mindfulness? Because I think politician, one of the most vulnerable area that all of them have is about the speech that they deliver or what they say. So in fact, this practice of right speech itself, yeah, if we look at from ourselves, just lay citizen, you know, to politician or leaders, yeah, all of us are not exempted from falling into not practicing right speech, any one of these four. Yeah. So it is a tough practice. Yeah. One of this noble eightfold path, right speech is not easy. Yeah. So then, of course, there are ways for us to learn. Yeah, not to fall into all these four areas that I've listed here. One of the ways is actually practice, good communication, or what I call effective communication. Yeah. And today, I will not be able to highlight the skills in practicing effective communication. But yeah, we are quite lucky because recently I was invited by an NGO. So I conducted 2.5 hours training. Yeah, although it's a short training, but 2.5 hours is definitely better than our 1 hour talk on effective communication. So I invite all of you. I'm going to share this link, on our comment box after our live show, so you can go and take this video recording of that 2.5 hours workshop on effective communication. There, I taught a lot of practical skill that we can practice day to day, so that we can be very effective in our communication and strengthen our relationship, and of course abstain from this 1, 2, 3, 4 that I've listed here. Yeah. So my shortcut, when I talk about this right speech is, please, if you would like to, yeah, I have available, yeah, skills that can be shared with you on effective communication. Yeah, please go for that. Yeah, so let me quickly go through the other two. Yeah, because like a 1 hour session, yeah, is just we can do only briefly. Let me go to the next noble path under ethical conduct. Brother Wahang, the next slide, please, which is right action and right livelihood. And in fact, right action, yeah, together with right speech combined is actually the 5 precepts. Buddha is such a brilliant teacher, isn't it? Yeah, to me, how he actually, anything that he has taught us, yeah, Four Noble Truth, 5 Precept, yeah, Noble Eightfold Path, is all interconnected. Yeah. When you learn about this, now that you're learning Noble Eightfold Path, yeah, it's a revision on the 5 Precept, right? So that's the beauty of the Dharma that he has taught us. So under right action, actually there are 4 again. Let us quickly look through. Abstain from destroying life, yeah, abstain from killing, abstain from stealing, abstain from sexual misconduct, abstain from intoxicating substance. Yeah, when we abstain from all these 4, yeah, naturally the aim is at supporting oneself and other people to lead a moral, honorable, and peaceful life. Right? If you look at the opposite, yeah, of all these 4 abstaining, right? So if we are not destroying life, that means we are preserving life, which means that love, compassion towards everybody, because we value this very human life. Yeah, that's the direct opposite, right? Abstain from stealing. The right opposite is generosity. The dana, the offerings, the generosity. Yeah, is the direct opposite. Abstain from sexual misconduct. The direct opposite is, yeah, we are living of course this precept is for lay people, right? It's different from the monks and nuns. For lay people, when we abstain from this, meaning that we are leading a harmonious, loving marriage and family. Yeah, when we abstain from this, we will have very strong, trusting relationship between the spouse. Yeah, that means the marriage is anchored on love and trust and loyalty, and of course that flow over to the family. Yeah, so beautiful. Abstain from intoxicating substance. This is where, the important part of preserving our mind to be calm, grounded, clear, instead of blah blah, confusing, chaotic, and then make all sorts of decision that is going to harm other people or impact other people negatively. Yeah, this intoxicating substance, of course, in our usual chanting of the five precepts, we refer to all the alcohol, drugs, blah, blah, blah. But to me, this intoxicating substance, refer to even further, whether we would actually, do the direct opposite, which is the cultivating of the mind to ensure that the mind is clear, calm, and grounded through our the other three paths under the mental development path or the samadhi path, referring to the right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration, right, the meditative practice. To me this number 4 refers to that, right? So naturally, with all this right action, this 4, combine already just now with the right speech, we complete our practice of the 5 precepts every day of our life. Yeah. So beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, this path, right action. And of course, the third path under this ethical conduct group is the right livelihood. Right livelihood is straightforward. It is referring to abstain from making one's living through profession that bring harm to others. Of course, the straightforward one is that do not involve in trading of arms and weapons or intoxicating drinks or poison or involved in killing of animals or any beings or involved in cheating. Yes, what do you call that? Laundering, money laundering, whatever. Yeah. So, but this part, to me, the bullet number 1, abstaining from, doing a job, or making a living in a profession in this harmful area. A lot of us, common sense, we will know how to avoid or abstain from this. Yeah. But I think for a lot of us, the practicing Buddhists, right livelihood. Yeah. If we go beyond that, let's go to our second bullet. Live by a profession which is honorable and helping others. Yeah. This part is so tricky. Yeah, because I'm gonna to expand it further, because I'm referring to a lot of times, all of us are not in those profession, right? The weapon lah, the arms lah, the poison and the animal kind of profession. We are not. But if we are doing or if we are working in a company or in a job that will cause us, struggling with breaking any of our 5 precepts, because working conditions sometimes can be so toxic. I'm going to use the word toxic, right? So then you are caught in an environment that you are there from 8 to 6 or beyond, because all of us now work long hours, even at 9 or beyond the office hour, working from home. So, but if you are in a working environment, be it in the office or at home, it doesn't matter, but that working environment puts you in a situation that challenge your ethical conduct or your ethical practice, that you are asked to lie or cheat your customer or your vendor, then you are then struggling with not able to have right livelihood. So right livelihood, guys, this is where in my work I'm frequently visited by working people who come to me for counseling because they're so stressed out at work. Because the work environment, the work practice or the work culture can be toxic or can be negative. So a lot of times, in fact, after I help them to assess, to investigate, in fact, the right thing is to quit the job, because the fact is, when you are in that environment day in day out, it's going to be very, very difficult for you to continue to hold this ethical conduct yeah, uprightly, because you're challenged from all angle, yeah, because this is where again I go back to one of the famous quote in our Buddhist practice, right? Do not associate with a fool, associate with the wise. Yeah, so that statement, right, yeah, is a very clear statement that if we continue to be stuck in a negative toxic environment where quote unquote yeah, with all the fools, yeah, you can be drowned. If you're not careful, you can be drowned. So in a way, right livelihood also refer to us very, very mindfully on making the right effort to look at all the circumstances that is challenge in our day in, day out experiences, because work or profession, yeah, this livelihood, yeah, takes a big chunk of our time in our life as a lay person. Yeah, so right livelihood, that's why the topic I put today is sustaining right livelihood and beautiful friendship. What I'm referring to is that we really need to anchor ourselves in a right livelihood, which is referring to a supportive condition in a company that is positive and good and supportive, and we do have good people there. That is the beautiful friendship there. A lot of us, I'm sure you agree with me, our working colleagues are actually our close friends. That is the beautiful friendship. We want our beautiful friendship to be the group of people that is wise and not those negative, toxic, foolish fools. Yeah. So therefore, this right livelihood and beautiful friendship actually goes hand in hand, right? Together. Right. So with this practice, yeah, because a lot of us, as we practice and practice, holding on to our five precepts can be done, but we can fall into this difficult environment. Like I said, this right livelihood can be challenging. Yeah, so therefore that's why today I'm completing my this part one and part two sharing on happiness is a choice, by anchoring or reminding all of us to re-look back how can we practice these three paths under the ethical conduct. Yeah, right speech, right action, right livelihood. But of course, you know what I mean, right? We practice all the eight, right? But of course, today I'm highlighting on this aspect, especially this aspect, is so prominent for a lot of us, the lay people. Yeah. So I guess this is what I will stop at this. Oh my God, it's 9:21. so sorry guys, yeah, we're gonna overshoot again beyond 9:30. So I think we're with the Q&A we probably hit 9:40. But all in all, before I take the question from the audience, yeah, I like to give a very precise summary, hopefully. So this sharing from me, happiness or peace. Happiness and peace is a choice. Yeah. And for me, this is truly, it is such a clear choice for us to make. And it's a choice that we know how to make. Yeah, each and every one of us. Yeah, it's a clear choice that we know how to make. Yeah, when we practice the Noble Eightfold Path. Yeah, and this Noble Eightfold Path, like I say, is already all the Buddha's teaching combined, right from the very basic, the five precept. Yeah, and if you remember, yeah, last week, I talked about, the wisdom group, yeah, the, right view and right intention, or you call it right understanding or right thoughts. That group, the wisdom group, yeah, refers to, yeah, how we go back to cultivate our mind and setting our view correctly, yeah, with the clear understanding of the noble, the four noble truth. Yeah, and you guys have heard from me earlier about Sister Mian nagging about meditation practice, meditation practice, meditation practice. I think I was like nagging you guys about that in my earlier talk, pyramid of wisdom. So in a way, that I was stressing a lot on the right mindfulness. And of course, it's including a right concentration when we do meditative practice. Yeah. But I anchor on the Mahasatipatthana Sutta. Yeah. So I hope this is in my very quick way. Yeah. I have shared with our Subang Jaya devotees and of course devotees from other places too that join us, yeah, or join me in this 4 session I have, yeah, to take away that our daily living, yeah, our daily living is a conscious choice that we make all the time, and we make this conscious choice when we cultivate our mind and heart, yeah, with all these beautiful practices, the meditative practices, and hopefully, yeah, by remembering some of the other skill, especially this group that we talk about today, yeah, how do we have effective communication to continue to sustain right speech, and then of course right action, yeah, make sure our 5 precepts, yeah, observation is there all the time, and then where we are now, our right livelihood, yeah, go back and assess, yeah, especially the working population here, yeah, or even if those of you who are not working but perhaps you're challenged with family conflict or challenges, yeah, I will still group it under right livelihood too. If we are not happy within our own family, yeah, we cannot be leading a moral, honorable, peaceful life, yeah, and we cannot be in position to help others. So right livelihood again can be the workplace and also within our family. Get help if you need to, if you're struggling with some the challenges at workplace or at home. Get help. Yeah, I know I'm very limited in this kind of 1 hour sharing, so what I hope is to be the motivator, to be the reminder to all of you. But please continue on to seek help, yeah, to resolve if there are already arising stress challenges, yeah, in whatever area, work, personal, or family. Yeah. So with this, yeah, I hope I've managed to share with all of you, in this 4 session I have. And now I think I better return to Sister Oying. So I think she has been scanning and scanning the comment or question coming in from our audience. So this is the time I'm going to rely on her where we do the Q&A segment. Yeah, Sister Oying, please go ahead to facilitate the Q&A.
Thank you very much, Sister Mian. Another enlightening session. We do have one questions from Brother Willie. This is in front of a bit of a long statement lah, but very related one.
Okay.
Sometimes to choose to be happy alive, we have to maybe let me rephrase a bit. We have to go through pains of changes and disappointment of trying. As a friend, sometimes we did accidentally or had to speak tough to be a friend to the right livelihood. And is there any more kind ways to guide these friends?
Really, that's a very good question. Yeah, because like I say, a lot of the audience here, I know you're good people. Yeah. So, but this is where exactly really what you're mentioning here is probably our lack of skill in the right speech. Right speech is actually quite tough to practice. In my profession, of course, yeah, this is where I'm highly trained. I'm highly trained with right speech, yeah, because a lot of my work is counseling, right, where I use speech. But I can tell you, many of us, yeah, we struggle with, using the appropriate word, yeah, and a lot of words is actually even anchoring to towards understanding of feelings and emotion, yeah. So like really say, how can he guide or counsel a friend that is in a challenging livelihood, yeah, you want to provide career support to a friend, how to do it, because sometimes the simplest way is to scold the friend, hello, can't you see, you're in a toxic environment, quit your job. So of course, if we say it that way, this friend is not going to listen to us. Yeah. So how do we actually practice compassionate communication? You see, so compassionate communication is another very important skill for all of us to learn. Yeah, this is of course very chim. Really, this is very chim because to practice compassionate communication, we actually first need to learn to understand and manage emotion. Yeah. So right speech, in fact, is quite related to the heart practices. Yeah. The four Brahma Viharas I talk about, or the Buddhist psychology of emotion. Yeah. You see, it's how all interconnected our practice. Yeah. So right speech, I would say that it does involve us, yeah, having more understanding about the different emotion, especially challenging or negative emotion, and which it could be we ourselves facing that or our friends facing that, but how do we, especially if we are supporting or counseling a friend, how do we maintain our own positive emotion because the other person is negative, at the same time use right speech or effective communication to coach, to guide, to counsel that person that is already, challenged with negative emotion, right? So I don't know, really, if you have not watched my 2.5 hour recording that workshop, you can try that because I think, of course, that one was tailored to general population, and those are the general psychological skills on effective communication. A few we can actually pick from there is a good one to pick from there is actually assertiveness skill. Yeah, when we speak. I hope that answer Whaley's long question, and I answer it with a long answer. And in fact, I'm giving him more homework. Now Sister Mian is telling me, I have to go and learn effective communication. I have to go and learn about managing emotion. Yeah. But I felt, that would be hopefully more complete as I share with you, Whaley. Yeah. So thanks for the question. Yeah. Or any
Yeah,
more question?
there is one more,
Ah,
which from a familiar friend, Chris Lisa, which is Sister
mm.
Janet. She have asked that, what can you do if your eldest is the one asking you to lie? This is again right
Ah.
speech.
Yeah,
Mm,
okay. I assume the elders here can refer to
Senior members.
senior members, our parents, or our elderly relative, or it could be referring to our, I don't know, boss, right? Our superior in the office. Or you're laughing and nodding your head. Yeah,
Yeah.
office stress. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is the part. Yeah, I suppose if it's a workplace, like I answered just now, right? Quit the job is
Mm,
easier. But if it's within the family, it's much more tricky. Yeah. If this question, the elder here refer to the within the family, is much more tricky. I would say that it's tough because it would involve you having more patience to explain to this elder that what the elder is suggesting you to do is not helpful. Yeah, it's not helpful. Yeah, if we are going to lie to a younger person in a family, yeah, in long run it's not helpful. But instead, maybe we can think of other way. Instead of lying, can we tell this other person in a different way? Yeah, this is where I understand sometimes people say, oh, you better lie to that person because if you tell the person the truth it's going to be very painful, right? Yeah. So a lot of us are caught in this lying is out of that intention, good intention, that we do not want to hurt the other person. But I challenge you too, because this good intention that you have could also be due to you not having the needed skill, the communication skill I talk about, or is also could be your own avoidance of facing the truth, right? Or the courage to face the truth. Yeah. So like sometimes, within the family, we lie about things because none of us have the courage to speak about that difficult topic openly, truthfully. Yeah. And everybody is like, what do you call it? What is the word now? I think skipping around the bush. Yeah, skipping around the bush. Yeah, right. Skipping around the bush. But because all of us are fearful of confronting the truth, the reality. So every one of us skip around the bush or in fact even tell a lie. Yeah. But again, this is where learning to face that difficult situation with courage instead of avoiding with fear and anxiety. Again, this is the emotional management part. Yeah. So you see how I answer Brother Whaley is so connected with Sister Bliss result, because right speech always behind the picture, it has to do with that managing emotion part. Yeah, yeah. My long-winded question answer to Sister Bliss result, or in short form now, if you do it, you say the lie because your elder asked you to say the lie and you feel horrible, then you are not being self-compassionate to yourself. You're hurting yourself. Yeah. In long run, it's going to be very bad on yourself. Yeah. So is it a better way for us to learn the skills, to be brave and courageous, to even confront our elder? Our elder are not always right. Our teacher, our leaders can make mistake. Yeah. So therefore, in fact, our truthfulness, our courage, it is a right action. Yeah, it's the right practice. Yeah. So I will answer Sister Bliss result that way. Yeah. And any other question, Oyin?
I think we're just going to conclude for the final last two questions.
Ah,
This one is actually very much, I'm not sure whether, actually, I believe Sister Mian already answered. Any more ways to guide close ones to the right livelihood and right action? This is by Sister Cheryl Leong.
yeah, yeah. So I would say the best way, Cheryl, for us to guide our close one to right livelihood and right action, we first must make sure we are in a right livelihood, in a right job or work or profession, and we practice our 5 precept. Yeah. So you stick to that. Yeah. You stick to this ethical practice, ethical conduct. Yeah. And try your best, of course, to advise them, to guide them. But remember again, each of you, each of us within the family, we have different karmic condition too. Yeah. So one family member may be very quickly, very inclined to learn the Buddha's teaching and to practice the Noble Eightfold Path, the 5 precept. Another family member, all of us are blood connected now, but maybe fully resisting, resisting. And how many times I see Cheryl, you share, you advise, you drop hint, you bring back this Buddhist book or whatever, put on the table, it's not going to work. Yeah. So I would say that we can try various way, but also we got to remember that it's going to be tough for some of the individual or some of the family members. But if we persist, to practice it ourselves, then I'm very sure you will not give up on sharing with them or guiding them. You first have to be persistent, because a lot of time the individual, him or herself, give up. Like I say, when you associate with the fools, you also give up and you join the fools, right? Because it's just too many fools. Like in the office, everybody gossip every single minute, and it is the norm. It's a practice that they gossip, they criticize, they babble, you know. And before you know it, after 6 months in that department, you also behave like that. It's very tough. That's why I tell some people, you got to just quit your job or ask for transfer to another different department. Yeah, because it's for real, So, that's where, we say that to be born as a human being is already such a great blessing. Yeah. But it's going to be even tougher blessing for us to be born as a human being, but having to be in an environment that is so supportive and conducive for our Dharma practice. And if all of us here tonight, we are already there. We are a human being born in this current life as a lay person practicing to be surrounded by our Buddha's teaching, good Dharma, yeah, good Sangha community to support us. Yeah, that is the greatest blessing. So stick on that, be persistent, yeah, and on the helping others, just try your best. Don't drown yourself in helping others. I remember now. Buddha did say to, I forgot the other monk's name, Chunda. I hope I'm right. There is a question that Chunda asked Buddha. If I am stuck in the mud, can I help someone else that is also stuck in the mud? Forgive me, I'm not saying the full sentence from the Dhammapada, but the gist here is Chunda asked Buddha this question: if I'm stuck in the mud, can I help someone else that is also stuck in the mud? And Buddha actually answered Chunda, firstly, you must get out from the mud first. If you are stuck in the mud and you pull the other person that is also in the mud, both of you are equally going to be stuck in the mud, right? And you're not going to get anywhere. But if you are able to get out from the mud, that means you're totally clear. You get out from the mud. That means you're not struggling in the muddy situation anymore. You are able to stand firmly, grounded, and things like that. Then you can pull the other person out from the mud more easily when you yourself are already out from the mud. Now I remember this story to just conclude our sharing. Yeah. So that's how I will answer that. Yeah. Yeah. Ying, over to you.
Well, in view of time, I think we will leave the rest of the
Okay.
question that's for after the session. Maybe Sister Ian will be able to address you, Brother Lawrence, and Sister Bliss Riza actually has a reply for you, but I'll leave it to you after the sessions.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll pass back the session to Brother Chuan to conclude today's sharing session,
Okay.
and thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. To Sister Miyen, sadhu to you. Thank you very much, Sister Oying. And thank you very much, Sister Miyen, for your Dhamma sharing. As quoted by one of the devotees, happiness is a choice when we can meet and listen to Sister Miyen's Dhamma sharing into positive causes and conditions. Well done, Sister Miyen. Yeah. You have made a choice by joining us in this session for all the devotees out there. Remember, as quoted earlier, we need beautiful friendships. And remember to be with the wise. As shown by Sister Miyen, we need to continue to practice meditation, and with great good efforts. Replay the video in the Facebook. It will help you. So devotees, our friends out there, please type sadhu to our team, consisting of the speaker, Sister Miyen, Sister Oying, to our technical team who are behind the scene, and to all those who have supported us. Well done, sadhu again to all of you. Brothers and sisters, over the last 1 hour, we have taken the 3 ravages and observed the 5 precepts, listening to the beautiful Dharma sharing. With the merits gained, let us share the merits with all sentient beings, families, relatives, and friends. May they rejoice with the merits. Imang no punya bagang mata pitunancha acharyanancha Sabba satanancha, sabba pitanancha, sabba nyatinancha, sabba vetanancha, sabba devatanancha, bhajema imang no punya bhagang, sabba satanang dema. Sabbe Satha Sukhita Hontu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Let's pay homage to the Triple Gem. Buddhang Pujemi, Dhammang Pujemi, Sanghang Pujemi. Brothers and sisters, please visit to Subang Jaya Buddhist Association Facebook to look for our posters and the details of what is next. Remember to share the Dharma sharing poster with all your family and friends, relatives, and to all your groups. Tell them to log in early, enjoy the video we had prepared, and have a short puja chanting. Before I say good night, may you and your family, relatives, and friends be well, happy, and free from suffering. Continue to say good night, sadhu, and hello. Give us a thumbs up in the comments box. The COVID-19 pandemic has become serious. To be safe, stay at home. Good night. Sabbe Satha Sukhita Hontu.
Bahong sahan semabhinim mita sayudantang ngirimi kelang udita Sasena marang